Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, it's the morning after the night before. It's the morning after the night before. Well, it's actually 2 days later in actual fact, because, you know, they didn't vlog the day before, did they? Oh my goodness. I'm struggling to find the words to comprehend just what's going on in their little world. The last we knew, they were supposed to go on holiday but didn't because of a van error, right? The van just went kaput, didn't work, and they were waiting on a part from Amazon to fix it. So I've got to wonder, are they going to explain to us exactly what has happened?
Good morning guys, welcome to today's vlog. I wasn't expecting to be starting today's vlog here at home.
So I'm getting hostage video type vibes here. You know, you've got the white backdrop, the white wall of doom. so often a feature in their videos. If you know, you know. But where exactly she sat, that there's, you know, she needed to conceal where she was.
If you watched yesterday's vlog, then you might know that we were due to leave for our little trip. And right at the last minute, like, you couldn't write this.
The ironic thing there is that she knows full well that they did write this. That's the thing. And I'm taking that as a direct response to people like ourselves who called them out for talking shit, and they're just saying, yeah, you couldn't write this, but in actual fact they did write it, because none of it actually happened, and it was a figment of their imagination.
At the very last minute, there was an engine problem with the van. Oh my gosh. Basically, I don't know, like, the ins and outs, but basically the engine wouldn't turn off. So it had been in the garage, had some work done, had some heaters and things fitted in there, because obviously it's winter right now and we're going to be sleeping in it and we've got Aurora and things, so we wanted like a backup heater just in case one broke.
So you should just stop talking now, Sarah, because everybody knows that you don't give a fuck about your kids and their coldness, do you? I mean, you took Mila away in that van up to the Arctic, right? You know, when she was just tiny. So you don't really care. I mean, let's be honest.
And it had some work, it basically had a few things done to it. And then came home, nothing done to the engine though, which is really weird. Came home and went to turn it off, took the key out, didn't do anything, just kept running. No idea.
See, I'm no mechanic, right? And I'm no engine lover person, lover of an engine or a car lover person type thing, right? Okay, if you gathered that, then well done. I'm not a car lover. I don't have a car. I can't drive, right? Is what I'm trying to say. So, my tuppence worth here is that surely if you're going to turn the thing off, the first thing that you do is you turn the key. Anybody with cars and vehicles, can you confirm when you turn the key to turn it off, and not just take the key out? What does taking the key out of the slot, the hole, the key point? That sounded stupid. I know. Yeah, the bit that you put the key in, if you take it out before you turn it off, does it do anything? I think that you can't even do that, can you? You have to turn it first, am I right? Yeah. Well, basically, you turn the key to turn the engine off, right? And so both Sarah and Chris have described it as they took the key out. They turned it, they went to turn it off and they took the key out. It doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. I've never had a motorhome. So maybe that's how you do it with motorhomes. I don't know, right? I'm just pointing out an inconsistency and a stupidity in my head anyway. So sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just, yeah.
Why Chris got on the phone to one of his friends who's a mechanic, actually from the place we bought the van from.
I love it. I love it. I just love these stories, Sarah. Do you even believe them yourself? So Chris knows a mechanic. He has he knows a mechanic. He has a mechanic friend, possibly a mechanical friend, you know, in the lady department, but not maybe just not a In fact, this is a Chris's mechanical friend.
You slipped and fell into a robot hand. Yes.
So yeah, I think that Chris and Sarah do enjoy some sort of tales that they like to make up every now and again.
And he ran him through some steps, basically, and said, I think it sounds like it's this problem. Ran him through the steps and worked out it was that's a problem. Really quick and easy fix. So I think actually they said that we can fix it ourselves, but we needed to order a part. So had to cancel the ferry, rearrange it, weren't sure when we were rearranging it for. We have rearranged it now, and now we're just waiting on.
So you're going on a ferry, are you, Sarah? You've rearranged this ferry for, what, a couple of days, maybe? Who knows? But where are you going? Are you going to the other part of Europe? Or are you going to Ireland? Knowing you, you're probably going across to... In fact, you could actually be going to Scandinavia via Scotland. They have a ferry that goes, that way.
This part arriving, fit it, hopefully that will fix everything and we can be on our way.
So what I don't get, Sarah, is how you have been waiting for this part, as soon as you get the part, you will fix it and you can go, right? But you still haven't gone. According to my sources, you just, there happens to be a van outside your house. I'm just not saying anything more, but I'm just saying that why haven't you left if you were so desperate to go and all you needed to do is fix that one little part?
We've got a house sitter here who obviously came the other night, the night before we were due to leave because we were getting up and leaving.
Okay, so this is the bit that really makes no sense to me, Sarah, because, the other day you filmed a very, very short vlog, right? And all it was your kids saying, oh, we need to eat up this food before we go away. We need to eat up and make sure everything is eaten, right? And now I defended you, well, not publicly, in my head, right? I defended you because a lot of people were saying, well, why do you need to eat up all your food just because you're going away? Because it's freezer stuff, so it freezes, it keeps, right? But in your defense, if you're going away, lots of people, they turn the fridge off, don't they? And it's sensible to eat up all the remnants. However, if you have a house sitter there, you're not turning the thing off, are you? So why were you eating up the rest of the food? Was it so that this house sitter didn't have access to any food and they had to buy their own, because you're not quite on that level of host yet, you don't want to be seen to be too generous or anything like that.
They arrived and now we're not even leaving, so we've got a bit of a busy household going on, but that's okay. There's no point in them going back home because we could be leaving. If the part arrives like today and we can fit it and we can get another ferry that day, we're leaving, we're going to leave. So it could be like a last minute thing.
Hang on, Sarah. So if the part arrives and you fix it and you go, you could go that same day and you could get a ferry. If you could get a ferry that day, you'll go that day. But you've already said, just a couple of minutes ago, you said that you have already rearranged the ferry. So have you rearranged the ferry or are you still to do so? Because your story's kind of a little bit mixed.
So I think they're going to stay. If the part, I don't know. We need to sit down and chat. If they want to go home, obviously they can, because it's not like a big deal them driving back. But for now, they've just said, oh, we'll just stay. So.
Right, okay. So, you're just going back to something you said a second ago, actually, Sarah. You said that you have a busy household because you have a house sitter. It's like one extra person makes it busy, you know. You've already got a 7-person household, you know, one extra is not really going to, you know, break the bank or anything. It just seems like you can't cope with any amount of guests that aren't your family.
Staying right now. We've got a busy household going on. And yeah, we're just, to be honest, I kind of feel like it was kind of a good thing that this has happened because we're not ready. I don't know why we thought. Maybe it's because when you're forced to be ready, you just make it happen.
Oh my god, she's so stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. So basically what she's saying here is that their lifestyle is so flustered and so up in the air that they can't conform to any form of like structure because they're not used to structured. It's not a structured life that they live. You know, the kids don't have to get up for school. The parents don't need to get up to get the kids to school and things like that. So, you know, something like they need to be on a ferry on a specific day. That's just too much like structure for them.
But then when you've got this bit of extra time, you end up finding other things. Like there's so much. Like I've just done a massive order on Amazon.
I'm sorry, what the fuck's wrong with it? I'm so sorry, my god. Right, so you didn't have enough time to do an Amazon order. So since you've been home, you thought, oh my god, I could do an Amazon order. Isn't that so lucky that we couldn't go away because I didn't do my Amazon order before. Now I can do it. Guys, I can do it. What's wrong with her, honestly?
And I'm like, I wouldn't have been... You're right, Isla? Yeah. Morning. I was like, we wouldn't have been able to do that if we'd have left, but I've just done a big order. There's things that I thought about that I was like, we probably will need that, like a saline spray for Aurora. So it's winter and she keeps but when she gets a cold, you'll know if you've got a baby, when they get a cold, it's a blooming nightmare when they can't breathe and they're trying to feed. And she had one over Christmas. Was it when we were in Disney? I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't Disney. It was Forest Holidays. It was when we went to Forest Holidays for Christmas. And she had the worst cold, bless her. And it was just horrible. We needed a saline spray. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, if we couldn't get a saline spray, that would be a nightmare. Probably could. It's not exactly a hard thing to get. But I like to have it for like if it happens in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? I like to be prepared. So I ordered...
I'm sorry. So you would actually get up in the middle of the night if your baby needed you to get up? Would you actually get up? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Just like the time where you didn't get up when Jace had a massive eye issue. Remember that time he was whimpering in the night and you, Sarah, said, oh, well, it's not that important. It's a bit early. It's still 8 o'clock. Come on, guys. Go back to sleep now, Jace. You can sleep it off. That's right. That's actually what happened.
One of those. I ordered some of those little bogey pickers. It sounds so gross, but if you don't have one of those and you've got a newborn, they are my #1 essential. You have to get them because their nostrils are so tiny, and you can get these little tools. I'll insert a picture now. Chris is probably cringing that I'm even including this bit, but it's an essential. It's absolutely an essential. I ordered some of those because I can't find my other 2. I do already have 2 somewhere. I ordered some more dummies for Aurora because she started to take a dummy when we're travelling in the van or the car, which just saves us. And I don't want to lose them. And then I ordered some dummy clips, a few bits. Anyway, before we properly get into today's vlog, I wanted to show you guys our new TV that we got and installed the other day. Oh my gosh.
Wow, it looks, it looks lovely. It looks, beautiful. Did you need a new TV or something? Did you? What happened to the other TV? It seemed perfectly nice. It's, this new one looks, just the same. Actually, it's a bit smaller, if anything. I don't know. It's, so you thought that you would install the TV just before you leave for a month-long trip, or what? what actually happened there? I don't understand the logic behind that, Sarah. And you want to clarify that a little bit, do you? Because that doesn't make any sense to me.
This thing is such a blooming beast. It has so many amazing features, and I'm obsessed. One of the features, which you'll see in a second, is like the biggest novelty to me. And I just like coming in here and like, guys, do you want to watch a movie in the living room? Because I can do that. I can talk to it and tell it to put on the movie.
Wow, that does sound novel. It's a waste of time. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say here, Sarah. It's a TV that you tell it to put a movie on, and it puts it on. You can tell it to do stuff. It sounds very much like a very Sarah Ingham-esque thing, I guess, right? You know, for us with fingers, you know, that you know, can press buttons and stuff. It just doesn't seem like something that I would use like ever.
It's just a novelty, you know, when you get a new toy and you just want to play with it all the time. That's how I feel about my TV. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm going to insert the footage of us unboxing it and showing you guys all of the new cool features that this TV has now.
See that face right there, guys? See that face? How much do you just want to... I'm going to say something I regret. No. So, regarding this TV, right? I literally couldn't care less. I literally don't want to watch this bit. I can't express to you just how little interest I have in watching an unboxing of a TV on any channel, right? Not just the Inghams, on any channel. And that probably goes for a lot of other people who watch them on a daily basis as well. Why the fuck would your iFam be interested in a TV that you got? You know, it's a TV. I have a TV, right? You don't see me showing off about it, do you? Do you want me to show... In fact, comment down below if you guys want me to show off about my TV that I have. I've had it a few years now. It's not brand new. It's not as special as the Inghams, but it is still a TV and it still works and I still watch stuff on it. You know, it does its job. It's good. It's good TV. It's not quite as big, but it is good. Let me know and I'll show you.
Guys, call me strange.
Okie dokie, strange it is. Sorry, you fell into that one, Sarah. Yeah, I know, I'm not funny. But yeah, you are a little bit strange.
This is definitely not me being strange. But is there anything more satisfying than when you get a new product and you get to do this?
Nope, I cannot relate, I'm afraid, Sarah. I'm one of those people who actually keeps the thing on to protect the product. I don't even know if you're supposed to take them off. I've never known, and I just keep it on, you know, until it wears away and has to come off. That's me. I'm aware that I'm probably in a minority here, but I'm just saying I can't relate to Sarah's relatable moment. She actually did the entire thing as, my God, why did you do, you know, the whole stretch of, yeah, you had to just tear it off slowly and surely. This is them doing an ad, right? This is their ad, and they thought that it would be great to show us how satisfying it is to slowly but surely tear the thing away. It was, yeah, pointless, not part of the... It shouldn't have been part of the ad.
Oh my god, guys. One massive TV.
Well, that's one thing that you don't often hear from Sarah Ingham. Usually she is more impressed by the smaller things in life. You know, her little dinky dot babies, her dinky dot chest, her dinky dot stomach, and her dinky dot husband's thingy, you know. But this is good because it is huge, apparently.
This is our brand new Hisense U8K Smart TV, and oh my gosh, does this TV have some incredible features.
Right, so I know nothing about TVs, but I have been informed that Hisense are a bit of a shit brand. Probably shitter now that they've partnered with the Inghams. But in terms of quality of TV, it's apparently it's shit. So I wouldn't be boasting necessarily that it's amazing and everything. I know you have to because it was free. Speaking of free, this is the product that she got. £899 this thing cost, and they got it for free. Probably better off selling it, Sarah, because you already got a TV. Where is that TV that was there, though? That's the question. Did you put it in another room? You've already got a TV in every room. So where on earth has it gone? You haven't given it away. I know you that well, Sarah. Sorry, there's no way you've donated it to somebody. Remember the time you donated your old blender? Was it a blender? Everybody that they donated to Katrina that time, and the time that she almost donated that nursing chair to her sister. Didn't quite get round to it, obviously, because she was about to have another baby of her own. But yeah, it's the thought that counts.
A whole 75 inches of the most crisp, bright, immersive TV screen I've ever seen.
Gave you a script, did they, Sarah? Immersive, was it? Immersive, yeah.
Hisense U8K TV has enhanced brightness and colour. Over 1 billion colour combinations for vibrant, lifelike visuals. Cinema grade picture and sound quality, offered by 4K ULED, Mini LED Pro and Dolby Vision, creating immersive realism. It also has premium sound with not one, but 5 speakers and a built-in bass booster.
You can almost sense the smugness coming through the TV screen here, can't you? You can sense the smugness. It's oozing out of her, right? So this is obviously an ad, which, is clearly, and they have marked it as such, which, well done. Getting good. But if we look at the description of the ad, thank you to Hisense for sponsoring a portion of this video. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because it's not just an ad. They're promoting a competition. I know, it's great. I'm going to enter. Comments contest announcement. Hisense launched comments contest, and now you have a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card towards the TV. But, I don't want $100 off. I would rather have £100 if that's okay, Christopher. Right? So I don't know if that's you that's put that by mistake or if that is Hisense. It seems a little bit odd that it'd be a £100 or $100 off, because the product that I saw that you've linked is actually in pounds. So don't know. Anyway. If you want to participate, below are detailed rules. So firstly, you need to subscribe to @Hisense International YouTube account. 2, follow my YouTube channel. Well, I already am, Chris, but is that a rule that Hisense have put up? Need to follow the Inghams? Seems a bit of a strange rule, but anyway. Number 3, comment how the Hisense U8K TV could elevate your favourite entertainment moments using the hashtag super scenarios. So interesting, right? Because I clicked on hashtag super scenarios to see what because that seemed, I don't know what that is, right? So I thought I'd have a look to see what comes up, and this is what came up, and rather disturbingly too. Imagine you were in your boy best friend's room as you guys planned to hang out. So you were waiting. You were laying on his bed as you scroll. The bedroom opens and you were about to say, hey, but you became speechless. He came into his room in his boxers, dyeing his hair with his towel. You become flabbergasted. Then when he lifts his head, pulling the towel down, you guys make eye contact. Anyway, right, this, sorry if anybody you became a little bit disturbed by that, but my point here is this content on the videos, and lots of videos, by the way, it wasn't just the one, there was these that were behind that hashtag that people are to click on. So I don't know if Chris knows about this or has seen it. It does sound like his sort of fanfic, right? It does. But the point here is that he has a family-based channel with lots of kids on it, and he could potentially be sending them to content such as that. So yeah, that actually happened.
Something that Isabel, for sure, is definitely excited about.
Okay, so exactly how much did you pay your 18-year-old to jump up and down dancing for a video, for a sponsored video? You know, it takes a certain level of person, I guess. You know, an 18-year-old. I can't imagine many 18-year-olds being overly happy with making such a prat of themselves for a free TV. I just can't see it happening.
One thing I know I'm happy about with this new TV is the remote and the voice control feature. Now, if you've got a big family, or maybe not even it's related to big families, maybe you're just a couple and you still have this same thing. We are always losing TV remotes. The amount of times in this house that I hear, where's the TV remote? Actually insane. So the fact that this TV comes with voice remote and a hands-free voice control is a big, big plus.
I disagree, to be honest. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not a big... I'm personally not the least lazy person in the world. I'm not, you know, I'm pretty lazy. Swear down, to use an Ingham-ism. I'm pretty lazy. However, I will not lower myself to having a voice-controlled everything. It's pointless, right? Voice controlled TV is unnecessary. I have a remote. I can use it. I mean, that's good enough, isn't it? I guess. I don't use Alexa because I don't want to talk to fucking Alexa. You know, I mean, that's an Amazon product. I hate Amazon anyway. Right? But the point is, I just don't do it. It's pointless. It really is pointless. In any case, side note, right? When I first found out about things like Alexa, you know, a while ago, and I thought that, you know, all you had to do is tell them to do something and, you know, Alexa, play such and such a song. But apparently, who knew this, right? Hands up, who knew this, right? Apparently, you have to have a music subscription in order for it to play the song that you're telling it. It doesn't say that on the ads. Not that it matters to me. I don't have Alexa. But the point is, if I had Alexa, I'd have been duped. I wouldn't have been happy. But it's also how they get you, you know? You have to get, like, Alexa in itself costs a lot of money, and then you have to buy the subscription on top of it for it to do anything. So what's the point? That's my stance on it. I know a lot of you, most of you probably do have Alexa, so I'm not getting at anybody in particular.
Convenient voice commands make it much easier for TV navigation, and there's also an incredible Find My Remote feature. If that wasn't enough, it also has smart home capabilities with Alexa and Google Assist. This is a fantastic TV for the whole family, whether that's me snuggled up with my older girls watching a movie.
Oh, Sarah, do you just snuggle up with Isla whilst watching a movie? Do you fuck? Seriously? Do High Sense know that you actually neglect your kids rather than actually do this? Do they even care, you know? As long as it makes a good ad, that's all they care about.
Jason Miller watching their favourite Disney movies together, or even little Aurora watching her favourite Dancing Fruits. This TV is also incredible for streaming from your favourite platforms like Netflix, YouTube, Disney Plus, and Prime Video. I love that they're all very easily identifiable on.
Okay, so Sarah, going back to my original point about Alexa, you know, on a similar vein, these platforms that you mentioned, Netflix, Disney Plus, do they come free? Do they come free? Do I need an extra subscription in order to buy these and watch these? Is that what happens with this? Sorry, I'm just joking. Of course, I know you do, but you know, the point is, it should say somewhere subscription required, but it doesn't.
On the remote control as well, and accessible on your TV simply at the slip of a button, or should I say the touch of a button.
Through these obstacles in four-wheel drive, low range.
Personally, one of my favourite features on this TV, and one that I use all the time, I'm so excited to tell you about this one, is the voice command. So, I just pressed it by accident. Now, I use this all the time, especially having a small baby, 3-month-old Aurora. Whenever I'm putting on the TV, I always feel like I'm doing it in a rush. So whether that's me coming in with a cup of tea and Aurora's crying to be fed, and I'm trying to get something on the TV quickly because I know any minute my hands are going to be tied up holding her, feeding her, and I'm not going to have the time to hold TV remotes, turn on TVs, find my favourite show, etc, etc. Or whether that's just trying to set Jason Miller up with something because I know Aurora wants feeding and I'm going to be sat down with her for the foreseeable, the foreseeable hour, basically. And I often find when I'm trying to set up the TV or set up the kids' favourite shows, set up my own favourite show, it takes ages. So you got to turn the TV on, you got to wait for it all to set up, you got to select which is your favourite streaming platform, should I say. You got to find your programme. It just seems to take forever.
Wow, a lot of unnecessary faff there. It sounds like it's stressful. Gotta turn the telly on. Gotta press the button. It's a fuck my show. So hard. God damn it.
Watch this. Hold down the microphone button. Open YouTube. Play.
I'm sorry, I've got to say this. Oh my fucking God. So, okay, right. I get the point that you made about how your hands may not be free and you might need to do things quickly or whatever, right? But earlier you said one of the key features was because everybody keeps losing remotes. You're always losing the remote. And guess what you need in order to do the hands-free voice-controlled miracle? Is the hands-free voice-controlled miracle wand, otherwise known as a remote. The thing that you always lose, apparently. So what happens if you lose it, Sarah? Any clue? No. Seems a little bit of a waste. Sorry.
The latest Ingham family vlog. Good morning, iPhone. Welcome to... I'm sorry, guys.
Well, I see, isn't it? It takes a certain level of narcissism to want to show off with your own particular vlog, no. It doesn't surprise me that she chose to watch herself.
That is the coolest thing ever. It saves so much time. Pop on your TV. You want to watch a Disney movie, guys? No worries. Open Disney Plus. Or even better than that, open the Disney Plus app and play the Moana movie.
Okay, so what happens if you want to browse, right? If you don't know specifically what you want to watch and you want to find a movie to watch, can it do that? Can you say go left, go right and things like that? Does it do that? Or go on, I need a little bit more help here to see the legitimacy of such a beautiful product, apparently.
Moana. Right there. Off we go. I know to some that might seem like a little thing, but when you're a busy household, you just want that ease. Those few minutes that you can save here and there do add up and really make your day that little bit easier.
Well, I'm sorry to say this, Sarah, but if you have enough time to sit down and watch Moana of a day, you know, you're not that busy, really, are you? Sorry.
And that little bit less stressful. And I love that feature. It's definitely one of my favourite. In fact, no, it is my favourite feature of this new TV. Anyway, we just got finished up watching a family movie, one of my favourite things to do. I honestly can't recommend this TV enough. There's so many amazing cool features.
I've got a question for you, Sarah. I'm sorry, but you can't recommend this TV enough, right? It's so amazing, it's so fabulous, it's so this, it's so that. I couldn't do without this TV, but you couldn't recommend it enough. But you know, to actually buy it yourself, to pay actual money for it, you don't like it that much, obviously. Of course you don't. But you do expect your iFam to buy it, don't you? You do expect them to buy it. You know, the ones who do not have a spare £900 in their back pocket, right? You do know that about your iFam. I mean, you're preaching to the wrong audience here a smidge, right? If anyone had £900 just spare lying about, they're not hanging about watching Ingham videos. Seriously, they're not that type of person, are they? You know, people with that sort of money spare have, you know, they have a certain level of intelligence, right? And somebody with intelligence don't watch an Ingham video. Do you see where the not discoloration yeah, you know what I mean. It's not, you know, they're not going to be watching you, and yet you are the one who apparently can afford the £900, and yet you don't want to, right? Obviously, I get how influencing works. I get how adverts work, and yes, if I was offered a £900 TV to advertise, you know, if it meant I was getting it free, yes, I would do it too. So I'm not being hypocritical here. I'm just saying that you just come across as a little bit fake in your you know, most influencers tend to promote things that they, you know, that they would probably buy themselves, just happen to get it for free. You'd never have bought that TV.
I've already told you guys my favourite one, but it's really an awesome TV. The sound, the quality, the picture, the bright and vibrantness, it's just amazing. So I'll leave a link in the description box down below, and you guys can head on over and check it out. Guys, I keep finding
Oh, thank God for that. The ad is finished. My God, that was a toil, wasn't it? I hope I gave you a little bit more of like entertainment whilst watching that, because to be honest, watch it all the way through just with no break. It just really grates on you a little bit. I wouldn't recommend it. You know, as I said, I wouldn't recommend things that I wouldn't do myself. You know, so I don't recommend watching that segment on its own.
Reasons why I'm glad we haven't left yet. I was just going through the toy sack. Aurora's got like a toy sack with all her toys in from Christmas, and I forgot about these two gorgeous little outfits that were in the bottom of her toy sack. This one's got the cutest like detailing on the feet down here. They are adorable, and these will be perfect to take away with us. They're so cute and cozy. I love this one. Beige one with that beautiful flower detail on this cute little cardigan as well. Hopefully they still fit. They should do, and they look so cute. Speaking of little cheeky darling, I've just been doing some washing, so let's get rid of that rubbish. Did Esme put that on? Hey, I've just been doing some washing, haven't I? Was Mummy doing washing? Sorting out some laundry and some towels, washing all of your nappies. Because we thought we'd done, didn't we? But then we've been at home, so you've been wearing them again. Cheeky girl. And Esme was supposed to be holding you while I did that. And she's plonked you in your chair with a dummy that's down there by the looks of it. Put on baby sensory.
Okay, so you said to your 14-year-old, please can you watch the baby whilst I get on with a bit of this, right? Which I think is fine in short bursts. I don't mind that so much, right? But she said, nah, just put her in there and just walked off. Is that actually what happened?
Hey, you want to get out now? Guys, I think I mentioned this. I think I've mentioned this before, but we use reusable nappies with Aurora, and I absolutely love them. I've got right into it this time. I tried with Mila, and I did use them with Mila, but she was older. It was after she had a spiker cast off, so she was over a year old, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't enjoy it. I'm loving it though with Aurora. And she had disposables on. She's had them on twice. She had them on twice, or once.
Sorry, what?
When's Aurora worn disposable? It was just once. No, it was twice.
I'm sorry, what? In what world are you actually asking Isabel whether or not the baby is wearing disposable or non-disposable? Why would Isabel know? How much do you share with the baby? Like, I don't. Maybe it's normal. Maybe the kids that get involved in the whole changing. Maybe Sarah don't give a shit, probably. But is it normal for 18-year-olds or any of the kids to take that much of an interest in whether the baby is wearing disposable nappies or not?
It was Forest Holidays as well. So she's worn disposables twice. Once when we went to Disneyland Paris for a week because there's no washing machine, and once when we went to Forest Holidays because there was no washing machine facilities. There was no way for me to wash her diapers, her nappies, which obviously I need to do. So we had to get disposables, and she got such not bad, but she got nappy rash when using them, and I wasn't sure. I was like, surely that's got to be a coincidence because she's never ever had nappy rash before. She's over 3 months old now. I was like, surely that's got to be a coincidence though. It's not just because of these nappies.
Well, I'm no expert, but you've previously said that the baby sleeps all the way through the night, right? 12 hours, and you don't think that might be a contributory factor if she is not able to. You're not getting up to change her, basically, are you?
And then yesterday she wore them again. They're just like Aldi ones. She wore them again, and all day yesterday she was so fussy, and Chris kept saying, do you think she's all right? Shall I give her some Calpol? And I'm like, no, let me try and feed her again. But halfway through feeding her, I'd be feeding her and she'd like tense up and her whole body would go super stiff and she'd scream her head off. And then Chris said, give it to me and I'll go put the Hoover on. She loves walking around with Chris and the Hoover. And he did that, and she fell asleep into a deep sleep, and she slept for like 3 hours. So I was like, maybe she just had a bit of wind or bellyache. And then she woke up, changed her bum. She looks a little bit red, but I was like, nothing that I would be concerned about. And then she just kept doing it afterwards, like in the hour after that. And Chris was like, it's like she's got jumpy legs. Like he said, she's laying there 1 minute just happy, and then the next minute she's tensed her whole body. She's kicking her legs and stiffening her legs up, and I don't know what's wrong. And I was like, go change your bum again, even though I'd only done it like an hour, maybe just over an hour previous. And oh my gosh, she had the bright reddest baboon ass you have ever seen in your life.
Okay, so I have a problem here. Now, a lot of you are going to focus, I'm sure, on whether or not Sarah is changing the baby often enough. You're all going to have your opinions on that as to why this is happening. But my issue here is with Sarah actually putting it out there online about this and being in explicit detail about it. Because the baby, in years to come, is going to be growing up and will have this to be, her memories, and the reason why people hate on her and tease her, and it's not going to be a nice experience for her. But aside from that, it just shouldn't be put out there at all. What she looks like in that respect, right? It shouldn't be.
Like, I'm not even joking. She looked so raw. Like, so sore. So, thankfully, I'd prepared and ordered loads of Metanium and pseudo cream on Amazon to take away on the trip with us just in case this happened. So, thankfully, we were prepared. But, and she does seem a lot better this morning. But, surely, like, is that because of the nappies? And I'm not saying it's Aldi nappies per se. I'm just saying, like, do you reckon she just doesn't like disposable nappies? I felt so bad for it. It's obviously and obviously when she was calm and then suddenly freaking out, it's because she was like peeing, and obviously the pee going on her sore bum was hurting. I don't know, but thankfully overnight she's had the Metanium on. She seems so much better today. It's like barely even red. But she's guys, we're all on it in the kitchen. The kids are at it with the noodles again.
Oh yeah, all the noodles every day.
They're obsessed with noodles at the minute. It's just obsessed. Any type of noodle. I'm making some French toast. I need to stop thinking this is an acceptable snack because the amount of cinnamon and sugar, it's just not good. It's not good. What did you say, Jace? You made me a present? Jason Miller Play-Dohing. What have you made? Wow, I love it!
It's clay, but it's Play-Doh, so don't squish it.
I won't. I'll be very careful with that.
And don't,
Thank you.
It's obviously a star, so I can make lots.
Obviously. It's obviously a star, so we can make lots. You done, Isabel? What you got yourself?
Huh?
Yeah. Noodles. You know you've got a good friend when they come round and they bring their coffee machine because yours is broke. So they bring their own coffee machine to make you a nice coffee. Oh yeah. Oh yes. We got the coffees on the go. We got me making the cinnamon. Cinnamon toast. So good. 2 seconds, Jason, I'm coming. Right, it's a couple of hours later and I'm about to start making dinner. I feel like today's vlog's turned into a little bit of a...
Yeah, no different to usual. It's a bit of a shit vlog, I get it. But I thought you didn't have any food left in. I thought you were eating all the food up again. Did you go shopping today?
Cook with me. Whole vlog, what we eat in a day. Although that's not what we eat in a day. I don't know how people do what we eat in a day because it's so different, vastly, for us each day that it would never be accurate, like what we eat in a day. Unless you eat in a day is just like what you eat that day, which it probably is. Said that way too many times, that one sentence. Anyway, for anybody that wants to make the cinnamon things that I did before, all you have to do is mix in a bowl 2 eggs, some milk and some vanilla extract. Didn't measure it out, I just winged it. Cut up some thick sliced bread into strips. Lather that in your egg mixture and then pop them in the air fryer. I did them for 6 minutes on 180. Take them out and then you should be able to just dip it in. Again, I didn't measure it, I just winged it. Sugar and sweet cinnamon powder. But for some reason, it wasn't sticking at all to the strips. So I did also do a very thin layer of this cookies and cream chocolate spread, which is the nicest chocolate spread ever, and I didn't think I'd like it. They substituted that on one of our orders, did Asda at one point, and I was like, ew. And then one of the girls said, just keep it, it might be nice. No, it's literally been on my, not weekly shopping, because we don't go through a whole tub a week, but there's always some in the cupboard. It's so good. So I put a very thin layer of that on each strip, only to make it sticky, but I do feel like it added to the juiciness. And they were so good, absolutely divine. So because we've had that, that's obviously not the healthiest, we're going to have a nice healthier dinner. Didn't say healthy, I said healthier dinner. Actually, it is quite healthy, this. I'm going to make cheesy bean burgers. So these would be quite good if you're a vegetarian, actually. I'm basically just going to make baked beans. I'm going to drain them and mush them up a little bit. And then I'm going to mix them with some sweet corn, some cheese, some onion, maybe a few herbs, maybe some garlic or something. And then fry them, mould them into patties and fry them. Shove them in a bread cake with some Caesar salad. Done. Might do some chips as well. Like I said, healthier, not healthiest. Let's go. Okay, for anybody that wants to follow along, drain a couple of tins of beans. Now, this took me longer than I care to admit, but I can't find my sieve. If I could have found my sieve, it would have been so much easier, but I literally had to do it by hand. They don't actually look like they've been drained, but...
You actually drained the beans by hand. You poured the tin of beans into your hand, grabbed the beans and let the juice just flow through your fingers. Is that what actually happened? Is this what you're telling us actually happened? Is this this must be a Sarah thing. Fucking hell, I've never heard of this before. What the fuck's wrong with her?
I did just get all of that from the beans.
By the way, Sarah, for future reference, if you can't find your sieve, you know, there are other things that one can use rather than one's hands, right? You have a lot of pasta, don't you? You must have like a colander or something to, you know, use that maybe, or like a salad spoon possibly. Or any spoon, really. Anything but your hands, that would have been more useful. I'm sure you have something in the kitchen.
Okay, mush up your beans. We're not here to make a bean puree, so they don't need to be perfect. It doesn't matter if some are mushed and some are not. Just mush them up as much as you can. Add some chopped red onion. Add some sweet corn. Add a bit of self-raising flour. I'm going to probably use... maybe like 8 tablespoons, and then finally add cheese.
Bloody hell, Sarah, shushing somebody in that manner can be taken the wrong way, you know. That was bloody awful. Do you know that? I'm constantly told that you're a nice person, right? I am. I'm told by those that love you that you are a really nice person. That Sarah was the real Sarah, I feel. Now, a lot of people I've read seem to think there's maybe the person who's staying there house sitting that she's shushed. I don't think so. I think that sounded more like it was like Jace or someone was over talking, like being loud, and she was trying to record. That is all that was. I think she was in the middle of, you know, her film set, and she decided that it was too loud. She needed to shush them. That was nasty, though.
Get yourself ready for the biggest workout of your...
Not gonna lie, Sarah, that looks absolutely disgusting. What in God's name are you doing?
Entire live, mix it all together, and it should look something like this. And then it's time to get your hands dirty. Get in there, get some mixture out, form it into a patty shape, and then pop it in the frying pan. Now we're going to put that in each pan. Also guys, if you want an absolutely delicious dipping sauce, use your leftover bean juice, add some grated cheese and pop it in the microwave for the cheese to melt, and you're left with this gorgeous cheesy dipping sauce.
My brain is weeping for your family right now. What in fuck's name is that? I'm not picky when it comes to things, right? I even have cheesy beans on occasion, but a cheesy beanie dipping sauce, what the fuck are you dipping in it? You've got burgers. Are you dipping your burgers in it? Please tell me you're not. Please say you're not doing that.
Guys, hands down, that
Amazing.
Was the nicest dinner I've made in ages.
Proper 10 out of 10 that was.
And yet to the naked eye it looked a shambles. It looked disgusting and horrible. Even after you fried it, it looked disgusting. Yeah, maybe it's one of those that tasted nicer than it looked. God hope so.
Well done.
Absolutely delicious. You've got to make that, especially the sauce, the bean with the cheese in the microwave to melt it all. Oh my gosh, it just added such a nice rich tomatoey sauce, and it was just divine.
Right, okay, so I'm not gonna argue the point about the actual burgers, right? Because I believe there is a thing. It's a bean burger, right? It is a thing, right? But the sauce, which Sarah Ingham, the connoisseur, the kitchen connoisseur, calls divine. The beanie cheesy sauce, bung it in the microwave, and it's divine. That is, my God, what a beautiful. So, Jesus, it just kind of goes to show the level of where they come from. I don't want to look down at them too much, but it kind of does show where they come from a little bit, you know, a little bit of Seacroft class, isn't it? Sorry.
What, darling?
No.
No. I made way too much. I'd say on average, I think I used like 4 tins of beans. I didn't know how much ingredients to use, so I just used 4 tins of beans, which was way too much. 4 tins of beans, like 2 chopped onions. What else did I put in? 2 tins of sweet corn and loads of cheese. I would 100%, and that was even too much for our family of 7, like double. We made like 14 burgers. No, more than that, in fact. Way too much. So I would at least half or even quarter that ingredients if it's just a couple of you, or you can like fridge some of the burgers, I guess, or freeze them. Would they be suitable for freezing? I'm not sure. Anyway, they're very filling as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Nicest thing I've made in ages. Beautiful. The only other thing that compared was that skillet, that chicken and potato skillet meal about a week ago, was it? We had that? That potato, the diced potato. Not the Spanish one. We didn't like the Spanish one. The girls said they liked it. They didn't. They were lying.
It was really
It's too
good.
much.
It was just too much. The flavour was too much.
I didn't like it anyway. I didn't like that one either. But look, and the cheese and leek pie. I don't know if I filmed doing that. Cheese and leek pie. I'll film doing that next time I make it, because I don't think I vlogged doing that. Anyway, definitely try these burgers out. They were flipping delicious. I think I'm going to end the vlog because I'm going to go get myself in the shower. I wish this planet would just leave my eyebrow alone. But I'm going to go jump in the shower. I'm going to wind down the evening. I feel like I've vlogged loads today. Yes, my darling boy.
Come here, Mum.
What, sweetheart?
They're almost gone.
They're almost gone. Jace, come here. What are you eating?
Well, it won't be a surprise for you to learn that what he was eating was, in fact, sweets. Yeah. So, that was a brilliant vlog, wasn't it? What have we learnt today? We've learnt that they've got a new TV. A TV which they don't need because they've got one in every single room in their house. And they're going away, right? So, at what point are they going to get any use out of it? Who knows? The other thing we've learned is that Chris is a prat, and, well, we knew that anyway, didn't we? We did know that. The other thing that we haven't learned, in fact, is that what's happening with the van, you know? There was no van update, apart from Sarah saying what we already knew from the vlog before. But this, by the way, was 2 days later. Well, it probably wasn't, but they're supposed to have a day off after, and then, so, yeah, 2 days in our time. So, we don't know what's happening with the van. What we do know is that they're still pretending that they're going away, and, well, they probably will be going away, but as of right this very minute, as of recording, the MOT still hasn't been done. So if they do go away, it is very much illegal and carries up to a £1,000 fine, I believe. If you don't get MOT'd, then it means your insurance is not valid, because insurance is only valid with a valid MOT. So, if they have a crash, then it all gets very messy. So there is that. I don't know why they don't just get it MOT'd. It's a very straightforward process. Surely they can afford it. Or any other. Maybe they're expecting a lot of work to be needed to be done to it, and they don't want to pay out. I don't know. Jesus. Anyway, if you've appreciated this video, it's taken a lot out of me. I have a headache, so, hence why a lot of my sort of outbursts, like frustration,